Tebelopele Voluntary Counseling and Testing Center, TVCT, first opened its doors in Gaborone in 2000, and it has grown into a nationwide network of 18 VCT centers that have collectively provided accessible, confidential HIV counseling and testing services. To date, Tebelopele has performed more than 1,256,422 tests and referred those who tested to appropriate services.
We pride ourselves as Tebelopele as being a provider of choice in the sense that whenever somebody thinks or feels he needs to know the HIV status, they will definitely come to Tebelopele, and we are proud of that. We are proud of that because we continue to service the population of Botswana, provide services in different aspects, where after we realize that you are HIV positive, we will link you to the service that you need to get. We will continue to give you supportive counseling. We have supportive clubs, and these supportive clubs, I must say, it's one of the things that we learned from a twinning partnership, the LVCT. The LVCT is an organization in Kenya who also provides similar services as Tebelopele. We signed a partnership with them in 2007. Up to date, we've been sisters, as in LVCT and TVCT.
Indigenous organizations such as LVCT have the technical and human resource capacity. They have the systems and they have the requisite accountabilities to be able to support the development of other organizations in the region and in the continent. They understand the continent, they understand the solutions. What I tell to everybody is invest in local south-to-south technical assistance.
The government of Botswana has been committed to improving the quality of life and, in particular, HIV/AIDS counseling and testing ever since the first HIV case was diagnosed in Botswana in 1984. We are therefore proud to be one of the government's partners in Botswana's response to the HIV/AIDS epidemic.
Over the years, Ministry of Health has been having this initiative of developing the counselor supervision training manuals because of the emerging needs of counselors out there.
In 2007, the American International Health Alliance, AIHA, began supporting a twinning partnership that linked Tebelopele with the Kenya-based Liverpool VCT Care and Treatment, an organization with a strong history of providing high-quality, client-centered VCT services.
We at the American International Health Alliance were very excited to support this twinning initiative between Liverpool VCT and Tebelopele VCT. It's been very exciting for us to see an Africa-to-Africa collaboration, Africans working together in what we call a South-South partnership to really make a difference in terms of improving the quality of counseling and testing services here in Botswana. I just think it's great that HRSA and CDC here in Botswana have been supportive of the Twinning Center and this particular initiative, which wouldn't have been successful without the commitment of the partners, particularly of Tebelopele, to make sure that what they've gained from their partners and what they've learned will be sustainable and rolled out to the benefit of the people of Botswana.
The goal of this South-South partnership was to build Tebelopele's institutional and human resource capacity by tapping into the knowledge and expertise of another similar African organization. Tebelopele Counselor Coordinator, Ms. Bina Lodiseko, elaborated on the benefits of the training she received from LVCT.
The main aim of the program, which is counselor supervision, is to help counselors to mitigate burnout, because as counselors we see clients on daily basis who come with various problems that affect us too as human beings, and then this program is meant for our counselors to be able to do away with the burnout, so that they continue providing quality service to the clients.
Counselors who are doing counseling and testing, they face a lot of challenges. Burnout, stress, because of the difficult situations that they meet during their counseling sessions. So that's why Ministry of Health wanted to develop this counselor supervision to address the welfare of the counselors.
For one to be a counselor supervisor, one has to be trained and has to be experienced in counseling. And hence in 2007, Tebelopele started through the PEPFAR CDC, started a training program with LVCT in Kenya, because it's one of the African countries that is miles ahead in the program and in any other program that deal with HIV. So during that time in 2007, 3 of us were sent to Kenya to train as counselor supervisors. The 2 of us were from Tebelopele and the other was from the Cape.
In 2008, a counselor supervision program was initiated. As our twinning partner, LVCT experts helped us develop and implement this training program so our counselors can work more effectively. On a daily basis, these counselors are faced with many challenges as they provide HIV counseling and testing services. The counselor supervisors are trained to help counselors take a step back to get different perspectives on their clients and the way they work with them.
Coming from Kenya every time to train in Botswana is very expensive. So what we started doing is identifying people who can be trained as TOTs. And we had one TOT class held in Kenya because there were about 3 people who needed to be trained from here. And when we were conducting all these trainings that I've mentioned about the quality assurance, the counselor supervisor and refresher, by then those participants already who had been trained in TOT in Kenya were involved in the training, meaning that we mentored them in a way that they're able to conduct those trainings in Botswana without LVCT.
We really tapped a lot of expertise from this organization, and we continue to enjoy the relationship. We don't just enjoy the relationship, we are learning quite a lot from them. There's trauma counseling, GBV, as I say, they're so far ahead of us that we continue to learn every day from what the Kenyans have done. We hope one day Tebelopele will be at the level that LVCT is at.
Since the counselor supervision program began in November 2008, partners have trained 51 counselors as supervisors. For many, the supervisory training has served as a career ladder leading to promotion, line management, and other Tebelopele programs. Counselors from other organizations such as the Botswana Defence Force and the Botswana Christian AIDS Intervention Program, BOCAPE, have also been trained by the Tebelopele and Liverpool VCT partners, demonstrating effective leveraging of US government resources dedicated to the twinning partnership. One of the training beneficiaries, Mr. Potlako Mokodi, gave insight on the training he received.
What I can mention about the training that I received from the Tebelopele Training Institute is that it enhanced my confidence in assisting couples, different types of couples. Here I'm talking polygamous, same-sex couples, and the heterosexuals. I know personally I used to have some challenges assisting same-sex couples, but the training that I received have made me more than confident to actually assist them, see them as human beings and not being judgmental because of cultural pressures.
Let us now hear from Betty Orapeleng on how the twinning benefited the Ministry of Health.
Right now, as I speak, we have a complete package for training, which we'll use now next financial year to train counselors, more counselors, and to roll out the strategy countrywide.
In 2009, the TVCT training coordinator went for benchmarking in LVCT, Nairobi, for the whole month. Since then, a TVCT training institution was born and is providing training in the following courses: HIV counseling and testing, couples HIV counseling and testing, and peer educator program.
Now I'm happy that we have this complete product, and it has been pilot tested to train at least 10 counselors, which are now ready to be there working in and attending other counselors' issues in the districts. So from next year, we are now going to roll out the strategy to train more counselors.
So far, 260 trainees have been graduated, and for many, doors of employment opportunities have been opened through these trainings. LVCT has also trained TVCT in child counseling, quality assurance and quality improvement, post-counseling services such as formation and running of post-test clubs, partner capacity development, preparing for and running of national HIV testing campaigns, abstract writing and advocacy, VCT plus packaging, and packaging of wellness services. TVCT is currently harnessing these acquired competencies in an endeavor to position itself as not only a leading VCT provider of choice in the country, but a responsive provider of all the other key services in response to HIV global trends. And in conclusion,
I would like to thank LVCT for the support, both morally, technical support, and otherwise. And I'm saying, even though we have come to an end of the partnership, this agreement may come to an end, yes, but we will continue to work with LVCT. That is a given.
We have worked with TVCT outside of simply walking in and saying we'll go and deliver a training manual or we'll go and deliver a guideline. We've been sitting there helping them develop it, leaving the capacity for being able to do that with TVCT, meaning that tomorrow they should be able to do that for Botswana. They do not need to continue to need us.
Flavere Productions, an act of imagination.